lesson involves standard form of a line, and the format for it is ax plus by is equal to c. There are two things that you really need to remember. No fractions or decimals are allowed, and a must be a positive number. So an example for it would be 3x plus 2y equals a negative 12. Our c can be negative, remember, just the x cannot, and there are no fractions or decimals, so we're good. Non-examples would be, here we have a negative 2x plus y equals a negative 12. Notice we have a negative leader. We would have to divide everything by a negative 1 to make it positive. We'll be doing this in a minute. And also here, you have 1/2 x plus 7y equals 16. There are no fractions allowed. So when we're done, we will have an equation of a line that looks like this in standard form. So let's look at number 1. For number 1, it's pretty much one simple step. We see that the x needs to get to the other side of the equation, and it really needs to be in front of the y. So I'm going to write 3x plus y is equal to, notice that cancels out, and that's plus 6, so it's just a 6 there. Standard form, no fractions, no decimals, a positive number in the front. When we're looking at the next one, y equals 2x plus 5, I'm going to subtract my 2x to get it to the other side. So I have a negative 2x plus y equals 5. Remember we said we don't want to have a negative leader. Our first number with letter A must be positive. So I'm just going to divide everything by a negative 1. And what it does, it actually changes the sign that you have up above. So negative 2 divided by negative 1 is 2x. There's our positive number. We have a positive 1 divided by a negative 1, and that would be a negative y. Remember, y was positive. It just turned the opposite. And here, yes, we're dividing everything by a negative 1. So 5 divided by negative 1 is equal to a negative 5. This is the equation in correct standard form, going from slope-intercept form to standard form. Let's look at the last one. I see that I have a fraction. Well, I know that if I have the number 1/2 and I want to make it into a whole number, I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal of it. And 1/2 times 2 is actually equal to 2 over 2, which is the same as 1. So when I am looking at this problem, I know that I have to multiply everything, and I'm going to do it in another color so it really shows out. I'm going to multiply everything by the whole number 2. You have to do each term. We call these terms. Multiply them by 2. So we can see that the 2's do cancel out, and I end up with a 2y equals an x plus 8. Well, there's still something wrong. I know that my x belongs in the front. Ax plus by equals c. So I am going to go ahead and I am bringing my x to the other side of the equation. So I have a negative x plus 2y equals 8. They're all whole numbers now, so I'm okay, no decimals, but oh no, there's a negative in front of my x, and that's like a negative 1. So I have to divide everything by negative 1 because our front variable with x must be positive. So negative 1 divided by negative 1 is positive 1. So I'm just going to write x. 2 divided by a negative 1 is a negative 2, so I'm going to write minus 2y. And 8 divided by a negative 1 is a negative 8. All of these equations now are written in standard form. There's no decimals, no fractions, and the beginning number is definitely a positive number. If this video was helpful to you today, please add a like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe for more Math with Marcia. See you again soon.